I swear on my life that this is seriously the best and easiest project for beginners. For these bookmarks, all you need to know is how to chain and slip stitch. Hello and welcome to Lucky Day Crochet. I'll show you how to make two versions, one with a long plain chain that peeks out from the bottom of a book and one that wraps around the book and loops around the bow. Both are incredibly easy and simple and will only take you 15 to 30 minutes to make. This is a great project to use up some scrap yarn. You'll only need a little bit, so I'm going to use this tiny little yellow ball that I have. You can use any type or weight of yarn, but I'd recommend sticking closer to a lightweight yarn so that the bow looks pretty and defined and so that it fits nicely in your book. Use the recommended hook size. I'll be using a 3.5mm. You'll also need scissors, a tapestry needle, and an optional stitch marker. Start by making a slip knot and popping that on your hook. We're going to create the bow first. Start by chaining 7. Each tail of the bow is 6 chains long. Once you've chained, pull the tail, and that's going to get rid of our first chain and really secure our work. We're going to be working into the back bump of our last chain, so feel free to place a stitch marker in there to help you find it later if you'd like. But go ahead and chain 8 now, and this is going to be our first bow loop. Alrighty, and I'm just going to recount and make sure I have the right number. You should currently have 14 chains. Now we're going to slip stitch into the back bump of the 6th chain. So count up from the bottom, and once you're ready, insert your hook into the 6th back bump. Yarn over and pull up a loop. Then pull through the loop on your hook to make the slip stitch. And now the bow's halfway done. Chain 8 again to make our second bow loop. And once you're ready, we're going to slip stitch into the same space. It can help to kind of tug the work apart to find that space, but go ahead and make another slip stitch. And now we're going to make the second bow tail. Chain 7. And when you're done, grab your scissors and cut the yarn. And now pull the tail, and we're going to loose the last chain, but now it's nice and secured and we have our little bow. Let's make the bookmark chain now. No matter which way you're doing it, this is going to be the same. Start by creating a slip knot and popping it on your hook. We're going to chain around the center of the bow to help hide this little hole. So we want to have the bow centered on top of our working yarn with the bow loops closest to us and our hook. Then just yarn over and pull through the loop on your hook. Now pull the tail to make it nice and tight, and that's it. So easy. Now just chain, chain, chain until you reach the desired length. If you're making the simple version, then you want it to be about the length of your book, and when you're happy with it, you can just cut the yarn and pull the tail to fully secure it. If you want to make the wraparound version, then you want your chain to be about double the length of your book. I'd recommend inserting it into the middle of your book to make sure that it works. You want it to still be snug because it is going to stretch out a bit over time, and we don't want our bookmark falling off, obviously. Making the loop that goes around the bow is super duper easy. We want it to be 8 chains long. So once you're happy with your length, chain 8 and then slip stitch to the 8th back bump. Then you can chain 1 and fasten off. I told you this was super easy. All we need to do now is weave in our ends. I like to cut the end of the bow tails just because I think it looks cute that way, but you can also weave them in if you'd like. For my other ends, all I'm going to do is go in and out of each chain, just weaving up and down, in and out through each one. I redid it after this video and inserted my needle more into the middle of the yarn that makes up the chain every once in a while just to really help secure the end. If you do it too cleanly, then the very end is more likely to pop out and show. But just do that with all of your ends and that's it. Literally the easiest bookmarks in the whole world while still being super cute. I really hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Please let me know down in the comments if you have any questions or issues you're running into, and I'll try my best to help you out. If you want to help support my channel, then a like and a comment goes a long way, and don't forget to subscribe for more. I post 2 tutorials every week, so you don't want to miss out. But thanks again so much for watching, and as always, happy crocheting and stay lucky. Bye!